Want to crochet bikini like this or like this? You've come to the right place. But before we start, hi, my name is Veronika, I am from Vanda Vihelen and I am sharing with you some crochet tutorials, tips and tricks, and today I am going to teach you how to make these gorgeous triangle bikinis. And I hope you will enjoy this video, and if you don't subscribe me yet, please don't forget to subscribe so then you can keep up with all upcoming tutorials. Now let's start! First, what we are going to need. So we are going to need yarn. So actually I am using a dedicated yarn for bikinis. I have tried this yarn and it's amazing. It behaves exactly like you would have normal bikinis from your shop. So actually it really is perfect. So it's a Himalaya bikini. So I will be using this pink one. Then you will need 2mm hook, stitch marker and some scissors, and that's it. Okay, so before we start, we of course need to figure out which size of the cap we are going to need, or basically what you are going to need. So this is basically already crocheted cap. So if you are making it for yourself, super easy, you will just measure basically from your bottom of your breast till your nipple. You will measure that part. So when you will be chaining initial chains, you will measure it on yourself, and basically till it is in the middle to your nipple, then you are good to go and you can continue with the other rows. If you are making it for somebody else and you just have a size of XS, SS and so on, down below you will get you can get the pattern where I have the whole size chart, including exactly for this concrete yarn how many chains and how many rows you should do for the certain size. So currently today together we are going to make XS side, and for that we are starting with chain 18. But as a first, of course, we are going to start with a slip knot. Okay, so I'm going to grab my yarn, wrap it around my fingers and make a slip knot like this. Now I am going to grab my hook. And now we are going to actually do chain 19, because the 19th stitch doesn't count because it will be our basically first stitch. So now I'm going to chain 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. So now I have 19 chains, and now I am going to skip my first chain from the hook, and I'm going to single crochet to my second chain from the hook, but I am not going through the first loop like this. Okay, I am grabbing, if you look from the behind, you will see that there is like this bulk a little bit. So I will try to go below this bulk. It will avoid to have holes in your initial chain. Okay, so like this. Now I'm going to make my first single crochet, and basically this way I am going to single crochet all the way. So basically what I am doing, focus, okay, is I am not going here with my hook, but I am going into the bottom loop, so into the loop right here. Okay, so like this. Okay, you see I have 2 loops, not 1. And this way I am going to continue. So basically you should make 18 single crochet, and I will meet you at the end. Now I made my 18 single crochet in my last stitch, and now into that last stitch I am going to make another single crochet. So the second one. I am going to place my stitch marker there, because this will be the stitch where we are going to be always basically increasing, and into the same stitch, so into the last stitch I am going to make another stitch single crochet. So basically we are going to make 3 single crochet into our last stitch. And now, and this is basically how you are crocheting the bikinis when you look at it. So we made our foundation chain, and basically we are now going to all the time be crocheting all the way like this simple way. This will be basically the pattern we are going to follow. So in order to do that, we need to now crochet on our back side, or basically on the other side of our chain. Okay, so now when have you been following basically that you were taking 2 loops before, now you should have only simple, one loop like this that you will follow. But you want to hide this yarn as well, so you don't need to weave it at the end. So basically when I am grabbing my loop, I am making sure that the yarn that I want to hide is also there, and I am just continuing making single crochet. So including the one in the last stitch, this is my second single crochet, and I should make 18 altogether. So I am always counting at the beginning my stitches, because especially in the end and in the beginning it's kind of hard to see where is your stitch. So that's why it's always good to count, to make sure you have 18 stitches on this side and 18 stitches on this side, and 1 stitch basically that is kind of, let's say, marked with the stitch marker. So now I'm going to continue making single crochet all the way till the end, and I will meet you at the end. Now I am done with my 18 single crochet. Okay, so this is basically how your work should look like this. And now we are going to just simply come, make chain 1, turn our work, and now we are going to continue with the single crochet, but this time we are going to make them as a back loop, because first of all, when you are making back loops, it's making your bikinis stretchy, which is beneficial, especially if you want to little bit move them around and really adjust it to basically your body type. One thing. Second thing is it looks super cute from my point of view. So I highly recommend using single crochet back loop, and plus you don't have basically the holes, you see, it's not see-through. Okay, here you have a little bit, but actually I like it. This is where we are going to increase. So now let's show how to make a single crochet back loop. So after we made our chain 1, we are going to go immediately to our first stitch right here, and we are going to grabbing only our back loop. So let me focus here. Usually when you will be standardly crocheting, you would take both of these loops. This is super tiny yarn, not ideal, but I wanted to show you on this concrete yarn. You see here, this would be the normal way how you would do single crochet. You would take the both loops. Come on, this is your front loop and this is your back loop. But when you are making this bikini, you will be all the time making single crochet back loop. So you are going to just grab the back loop and make a single crochet. And again, you are going to grab your back loop and single crochet. Okay? And this way, you are going to continue all the way till the end, till we will meet at the stitch marker. Okay, so I will meet you at the stitch marker. Okay, once we are at the stitch marker, we are going to remove it, and into that stitch we are going to make 3 single crochet back loop. Okay, so 1, 2, into the second one I am going to place a stitch marker, so always into the middle one. Okay, there, second, and third. Basically, we will be always making in the stitch where we have a stitch marker 3 single crochet. Why? Simple. 1 single crochet belongs to this side, 1 single crochet belongs to this side, and 1 single crochet is kind of, basically, we are increasing that way, 1 single crochet always on each side up. Okay? So, now I am going to simply continue to making single crochet back loop all the way till the end. And I will meet you at the end of the row. At the beginning, there is always tricky to identify what is your last stitch, basically where you should add, like, should I continue, this is my last stitch, or this is my last stitch, or basically you can get very easily lost. So what I was doing when I started making these bikinis, basically I was placing a stitch marker also at the beginning of my row, so then I am not getting lost. But basically you can get lost only at the beginning, within the first 4 or 5 rows. Afterwards you will see the pattern and you will see where is your last stitch very easily. But right now what I am doing, because I'm lazy to use so many stitch markers, I am just counting. So basically in my second row I should have 19 stitches, 19 single crochets on this side, and 19 single crochet on this side, including the one that I put in my. So starting, you are always counting to start from your stitch marker, so you don't count the stitch where you have your stitch marker, so from there 19 stitches down there and 19 stitches down there. So this was my 18th stitch, and I know that this is my last 19th. So usually I am counting, let's say, first 2-3 rows, and then basically you don't need to, because you will see how the pattern is following. Now we are going to chain 1, and we can do our third row again, turning our work and doing single crochet back loop only. So, and this is basically how you are going to continue all the way, every single round. So basically you will be all the time going single crochet back loop all the time, okay? So basically you are always going this direction, okay? All the time single crochet back loop. And basically now, so what we are going to do is the following. You are going to repeat all the time the same steps. So single crochet back loop, in your stitch marker you will place 3 single crochet back loop, and in the middle one, so in the second one, you will always place your stitch marker, so then you can't get lost. Okay, so you will make single crochet back loop till the row 25. Okay, for the size XS you will do it till the row 25. So at the row of 25 it will look something like this. So actually it's exactly for the size of XS. I will put down the size chart below, and you will find it also in my pattern. So now for the size XS, what we are going to do, so we are going to do our last basically step, and that's the edging, or let's say what we have at the end. So these little, let's say, waves, okay? So what we are going to do is, so this will be our row 26. So you are done with your row 25, okay? And now in the row 26 we are going to chain 1, turn our work. Now I am going to place single crochet, normal single crochet, into my first stitch. So what does it mean with normal? You are not doing back loop, you are doing the normal, so you are taking the both loops. So single crochet. Now we are going to skip 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and into the third we are going to place 5 double crochet. So skipping 2 stitches, and into the third we are going to place 5 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 double crochet into the 1 stitch. Now we are going to skip 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and into the third we are going to place single crochet. Now all this round we are doing the standard one, so not back loop. Standard single crochet, standard double crochet. Now we are going to again skip 2 stitches and place 5 double crochet into the third stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then again skipping 2 stitches and placing single crochet. So basically all the way till here. So we are going to repeat. You will place single crochet, skip 2 stitches, place 5 double crochet, skip 2 stitches, place single crochet, and again repeat, skip 2 stitches, 5 double crochet, skip 2 stitches, single crochet. And I will meet you when you are somewhere 4th stitch before we will go to the stitch marker. Okay, so now how it will basically look like now at the top. So now we should skip 2 stitches and place another 5 double crochet, which we will do. So let's place 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 5. Okay, now actually it's perfect, because actually we should skip 2 stitches and place single crochet into the third, which is exactly our stitch where we place our stitch marker. So we will place there 1 single crochet. We can remove stitch marker, we don't need it anymore. And now we are going to skip 2 stitches and place 5 double crochet and continue all the way till the end. So I will meet you at the end and we will finish the bikinis together. Okay, so now at the end it should actually be perfectly. So you are making 5 double crochet and you are going to skip 2 stitches, so 1 and 2, and place a single crochet into your last stitch, and then your first cap will be done. Okay, so you are going to make a second, you are going to fasten your first cap. You are now at this stage going to fasten off. After you put the last stitch, you are going to just simply fasten off, and you are going to make another cap, exactly the same style. But for another cap, you won't be, after you place your last single crochet, you won't be fastening off, because basically once we make a cord for the bikinis, then you will be basically single crocheting all the way around. So I will show it to you. After you fasten off, basically this is the one yarn that you kind of crocheted all together, so you can cut it out, and this one you need to weave in. So up you can find the video about where and how to make I-cord when you're crocheting. Actually, I am making mine with using the machine. I can give you the link down below. We are simply going to just sew them on top of your bikinis, on top of your each cap. Usually I am hand sewing it basically 1 centimeter minimum down, so basically it has the power. So we will do that. And now down we are going to single crochet around it. Why? Because that way you can simply move your cap down below, it's not stacked. So what we are going to simply do, we are going to basically take our cord. I am using different yarn color just because currently I don't have my pink around me, but at least you will see it. So I didn't do it because I kind of forgot, but basically on one of the cap you should have already attached your yarn where you did not basically cut it off. So you are going to simply continue that one. But for the second cap where you will be attaching actually afterwards the cord, you will need to do those steps, so at least this way I will show it to you. So you are going to make a slip knot. Okay, now you are going to your first stitch down below, you are going to pull your hook through, put the slip knot on the hook, and now you are going through the stitch and making chain 1. Okay, now you are going to grab your cord. Okay, it doesn't matter at which basically place you are going to place it. Okay, so just hold it right. It's basically exactly the same like when you are hiding the yarn, so it's the same principle. So we are going into the same stitch, we are going and we are having our cord above our yarn like this. I am pulling the yarn through down below. Here your tension cannot be too tight, because then you won't allow the cord to move, so the tension should be a little bit loosen up basically, and finish single crochet. Then you are going into the next stitch and pulling through and down below, and basically you are going to continue all the way this way till the end. So you are basically doing simple single crochet all the way, so you are going till the end. At the end you will fasten off. Then you are going to take your second cap. Just always make sure that you have the correct side. If you are not sure with the middle one, simple, you will see on your loops here which one is the correct side. Then once you fasten off here, you are going to attach exactly this style that I showed you. So you need to basically, here when you are done with your first cap, you are cutting the yarn, fasten off, weaving the ends. Then you are going to grab your second cap and you are doing exactly the same step. So you are making a slip knot and starting again. And basically that's it. Now you should have your ready to go triangle top bikinis. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. If so, please don't forget to give a thumbs up. And until next time, happy crocheting!